Hi guys, it's Ebird Online and I'm here with another quick video from 90 Day Fiance. So this is an update on the goings on of Jesse Meester. Now as you know, Ebird isn't a fan of Jesse at all. I find Jesse manipulative, toxic and an all-round bag of rubbish. So after Jesse's appearance at the tell-all at the end of season 3 of Before the 90 Days, I had hoped it would be the very last that anybody heard of him. And he did say himself, I just want to get on with my life, I want to get rid of toxic people and I want to just move forward with my business and continue to help people and be the light in their life. Jesse, the only light you are in anybody's life is when you put your match to gasoline. And Jesse Meester does not want to let go of continually talking about 90 Day Fiance, Tom, Darcey and whoever he can latch onto, because he knows if he does, he'll no longer be relevant. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just click that red button. Thank you to all of those who have subscribed already. I really do appreciate your support. And also follow me on Twitter at Ebird99. So guys, I've never liked Jesse, and as you know from my previous videos, I've always thought he treated Darcey very, very badly. And Jesse never ever cares about how any statements he makes have an impact on Darcey, although he continually says her mental health isn't great. Jesse, you're helping to make it worse. So this video is just going to very quickly break down all of the times in the last 2 or 3 weeks he's continued to talk smack and continued his ridiculous narrative that everybody else in the world is toxic but not him. Jesse is possibly one of the most delusional people I've ever come across. I wonder who it is that Jesse sees when he looks in the mirror. I honestly believe when he looks in the mirror, he sees Chris Hemsworth looking back at him. Unfortunately, Jesse, it's only you who sees that. We all see Macaulay Culkin as he is now. So what's Jesse been up to? So the very first thing that Jesse did right after the tell-all was to take a little bit of aim at TLC, to take a swipe at Darcey, and also, unbelievably, to defend Angela Deem. And Jesse said, I want this show to go in a direction of people that are having a platform to show their love, their journey. People who are mentally ready for that. No criminal records, no manipulation, no lies, just an authentic documentary style love story. And it was a little bit shady because he was saying people who are mentally ready, and that comment seemed as if it was specifically aimed for Darcey. And also you guys may remember that Darcey was arrested for fighting with her sister Stacey, and so again he's just throwing a little bit of shade. And the majority of people that spoke about the tell-all were quite scathing of Angela and didn't think that she behaved. Jesse says not a word. Somehow he manages to make his jibes at Darcey. Darcey did nothing in that tell-all. In fact, Darcey was trying to calm it down and just say, everybody leave it, thank you for sticking up for me, but leave it now. And it shows how obsessed he is with Darcey. And then also he said, Avery DM'd me on Twitter and said that production told her to confront me. And Jesse said, I just told her that, well, it backfired on the producers and not the other way round. I'm actually glad that it happened. Jesse, it didn't backfire. And I can very well understand why Jesse's unhappy with the producers, because as we all know, they didn't make Jesse look great. And of course, we all remember, who could forget, Jesse being shown by TLC producers life coaching people from a generation who understand love, who understand commitment, life coaching people who have experience in life above and beyond anything that Jesse has experienced thus far. TLC producers made him look very silly, and he tried to say things that backfired on them, but they hadn't at all. They wanted drama from Angela and Jesse, and they got it. And this whole thing just points out to me how delusional Jesse is, because of everybody to point the finger at, he's still pointing it at Darcey. And the next thing he did after the tell-all was even shadier. So Jesse decided to meet up with Maria. Maria, who I hear you ask? Ukrainian Maria. Escort Maria. Money for emails Maria. Maria the scamming Ukrainian from Anastasia days. So there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that Jesse watches every single episode of 90 Day Fiance. So he would have known the whole storyline between Caesar and Maria, and he would have known she's of, how should we say, questionable repute. And that's probably the nicest way that I can say it. So of course, Jesse recognises one of his own. And notwithstanding how this was going to affect Caesar, Jesse decided to meet up with Maria in Barcelona. And of course, Jesse had to post it on the gram, and he shared cozy pictures and videos of himself and Maria. And I wondered to myself, who paid Maria's plane ticket? It certainly wouldn't have been her. And it seems as though Jesse's managed in 4 weeks to do what Caesar never managed in 4 whole years, to actually meet up with Maria in person. So being the little clout chaser that he is, he posted a cryptic picture and said, "Who's that blonde lady in the background?" And on Jesse's Insta story, he said, "I'm here with someone really special, someone really beautiful, someone really amazing," which was really strange because I could only see him and Maria. Oh well, maybe they were out of shot. So here's the picture that he posted of him and Maria. And of course the photo was liked by fellow bumboy and clout chaser Tom Brooks. And I'm surprised that Tom didn't steal the photo, superimpose his face over the top and pretend that he'd met up with Maria. Such is his penchant for stealing other people's lives. But also what's really shocking is that on the very same day, just before he posted pics of him and Maria, he said, "I got robbed in Barcelona." And this again was on his Insta story. Bag stolen, passport stolen, wallet stolen, 60k in watches stolen. And he said he was getting a coffee for the team in Starbucks and somebody stole his backpack from the chair. And he continued, "At least I wish I saw the coward and could catch the thief. How could somebody do this? And why did I not see this? I lost 60k and a passport that day, but I still have my coffee moment in Barcelona. Nobody can take that away from me." So Jesse's looking on the bright side. He's lost, allegedly, 60 grand in watches. I find that exceedingly hard to believe. I don't believe that as a public figure you travel to Barcelona, put 60 grand's worth of watches in your bag and they're uninsured. But if that is the case, you certainly don't think, "Well, thank the Lord I had a change shop coffee in that very same day." The same change shop coffee that I could have had in any city in the world. And because I've had that moment in that coffee shop chain, in that city, all is well with the world. Nobody can take that moment away from me. "Jesse, it's a bloody coffee in Starbucks." Oh God, you're insufferable. I do hope for Jesse's sake that it wasn't true. It's a very interesting tale, but I guess at least if it was true, at least Jesse wasn't hurt. Although I will say one thing, having travelled to Barcelona many times myself, bag theft and pickpockets are very real there. And because there are so many tourists, it's something that nearly every guidebook and everybody that's ever been tells you, watch your bag, be careful of your possessions. So whilst I love not to believe anything that Jesse says, it is highly probable that it happened. And so another thing that Jesse's done since the tell-all is to both blog and do podcasts on how he and Tom are Darcey's victims. So on the blog in question, it says that Tom and Jesse are buddies now, and they both got used by Darcey, and both men are commiserating apparently over her evil ways. And Jesse claims that he and Tom are both victims of evil Darcey. And so Jesse said, "Tom did reach out to me and I accepted his apology." Apology for what? Apology for being a massive lying narcissist? Well, you've got to apologise to all my subscribers, all of TLC's viewers and Ebird as well. Maybe Tom, you should put out a public service announcement to the whole of the UK and the whole of America to apologise for who and what you are. And Jesse piously continues, "And we had a good yet shocking conversation and found out that we were both manipulated and played at the same time. Not surprising, but not less painful when you are trying to help and love someone and it's really all just a lie." Oh God, Jesse, really? I thought you weren't going to talk about Darcey anymore. She told him how bad I was and she told me how bad he was. And then he continues a bit later, "Tom and I were both lied to." How? Just tell me how, Jesse. What lies did Darcey tell to you? I'll give you a bit of time. No? I thought as much. And then he finally says, "I moved on from this." Yeah, right. But I wanted to put a message out there of hope for anyone who went through something similar. Please be mindful of red flags. So this just goes to show his obsession with Darcey continues to this day. Darcey hasn't spoken about Jesse for the longest time, but at any opportunity he speaks about Darcey and he actually creates opportunities for himself. Why bother getting in touch with Tom and vice versa? And even when that does happen, why put a long and boring blog out about the conversation? I thought you'd moved on. And it just goes to show me that Jesse is still at it. But his final clout chasing was the one that had me in absolute stitches. According to Jesse, he's been flooded with marriage proposals and he blames his TLC fame for lost business. So on one of his boring podcasts, Life Talk with Jesse Meester, he revealed that he gets so many women asked to marry him because he didn't get his happily ever after, and is getting deluged with so many emails he isn't able to read his business emails and messages in a timely manner, and therefore he misses out on countless business opportunities. Have you honestly honestly ever heard anything as ridiculous. So what volume do we imagine that he has to get emails in order to miss out on money? I used to own and run a chain of training academies, and I literally used to get hundreds of emails every day. Some of the courses we were offering were like £6,000, £7,000, £8,000. You better believe I managed to navigate my way to those courses like a cadaver dog sniffing for a corpse. Anyone that's ever been in business finds their way to the money. It's like a guiding light, a beacon in the ray of darkness with dollar signs all the way to guide you straight to the money. But poor Jesse who claims that he's so intelligent he can life coach other people and business coach other people, cannot work out how to set up an email filter to filter away all the wackadoos allegedly asking to marry him from people offering to give him thousands of dollars for his services. And I pretty much think I've heard it all now. So in other words, Jesse, your business is not very lucrative because you're so famous from TLC, and your fame cup runneth over so much that you had to top it up again with another pointless appearance on this year's tell-all, a year in which you didn't even appear in the show. He said, I do miss lots of DMs that include questions like, can I book you for this event? Because of fans confessing their love to me. And the amount of people that send the DMs, it's like it's obsessive. No, Jesse, it's like it's delusional. It's not true. It's bullshit. It's fantasy. It's a figment of your imagination, and not a very realistic one. I don't buy it for one. So it's really interesting that he and Tom are both victims, because we'll remember him undermine and emotionally abuse Darcey on the show. And you and Tom are both very toxic characters, but yet you're victims of evil Darcey. Unfortunately for Darcey, she's not even bright enough to be able to manipulate Jesse or Tom, but also it's not in her nature. You, on the other hand, Jesse, live for it. So guys, let me know what you think. Do you think that Tom and Jesse were both victims of Darcey? Do you think that Jesse's had so many marriage proposals he just can't keep a track of all his emails? And it's funny, he posts everything, but I haven't seen him post even one of these so-called proposals. And do you think there'll ever be a day when Jesse stops commenting on Tom, Darcey, 90 Day Fiance or anything connected to it and just gets on with his life? I actually don't think that day's ever going to come, but let me know what you think. Please put your comments down below and I will try and answer as many as possible. And if you haven't already, please click the red button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos for next week. I have a little treat for you tomorrow, part of a new series, so look out for that. And don't forget to find me at Twitter at Ebird99. You've been listening to Ebird Online. Ciao for now.